Back here in our Studios, I'm Bob Lorenz. Welcome to Heineken at the half with the score at the halftime in the Meadowlands. 50-34, Toronto in firm control of this game after a stellar second quarter. Let's take a look at the highlights to show you how exactly they broke this game open against the Nets, who've been decent at home, and Toronto's been horrible on the road. Jay Kidd, of course, resting his knee. We won't see him again till Tuesday. Meantime, Kenyon Martin misses. Zoe right there to throw it down. Nets leading it by 2. Later in the first, Martin banks in the short one-handed jumper, so Kmart 10 points in the opening quarter. Nets leading it by 4. And then late in the quarter for Toronto, Bosh knocking down a Jay. All tied at 18 at the end of 1. Second quarter, Toronto gets cooking. Milt Palacio bounce pass to Lamont Murray, who jams it home. Raptors up by 5. Then Toronto extending its lead. Bosh, nice interior pass to Jerome Williams, part of a 13-2 run. And finally, the bench got going for Toronto. Morris Peterson with a 3. And then from the same spot, Peterson stripes it again. He had 12 in the first half. At that point, Raptors up by 15, and now they lead it by 16, 50-34. By the way, Peterson, here's a guy who only averages 6.5 during the regular season thus far. Only 3 other times has he scored in double digits, but he is definitely hitting it today. In the meantime, the man for the Nets in the first half, Kenyon Martin. I mentioned 10 in the first quarter, and he has certainly gone to work here. 20 minutes, 7 of 11 from the field, so looking very good. He has added 3 boards as well. And Martin, 16 points thus far in the game. He is the huge and just about the only scoring option thus far for the Nets. In the meantime, Bosh has done a nice job for the Raptors. 13 minutes, he's a perfect 3 of 3 from the field. And he has come in and scored 7 points, added 2 rebounds. Bosh is a nice option for them off the bench, definitely making an impact in his first season with the Raptors. And Bosh, a little closer look at some of the numbers. Again, perfect from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and a couple rebounds. And so we mentioned the bench, and here's what they've done. Peterson, 12 points in the first half. He's already basically doubled his season average. Lamont Murray has done a nice job in just 8 minutes, scoring 7 points. And Palacio has become a nice option for Kevin O'Neal off the bench. He scored 4 in 15 minutes. As for Vince Carter, well, here's a guy who, remember, torched him for 39 in the season opener. The Nets have been able to keep him very quiet here in the first half. He's managed just 6 points on 1 of 5 from the field. Coming up, a special look at an important NBA-sponsored literacy initiative. Zoe and company paid a visit to the library. That story is coming up next. Stay tuned on Yes. All right, that's it for now. Spiro and Kelly will be back to bring you the second half from the Meadowlands when Nets basketball continues in a moment. The Nets are in a deep hole right now, 16-point hole. The Raptors have had their best half of the season thus far.